Okay, ma'am. With the blowing winds from the four corners of heaven, with the vibes of liberty and freedom, with the strong determination to bring about a positive change, we are here to celebrate the 75th Independence Day of our country. Good morning, everyone, esteemed principal, prestigious guests, benevolent teachers, ANOs, and all my fellows. A very happy Independence Day to everybody. Without any further delay, let's begin the Independence Day special program conducted on behalf of 9 Kerala Girls Battalion NCC and 31 Kerala Battalion NCC of Nirmalagiri College in association with Indian Combat. Firstly, prayer by Cadet Chandni V. Ashok. Chandni, please.
हम सब भारतीय हैं, हम सब भारतीय हैं, हम सब भारतीय हैं, हम सब भारतीय हैं। अपनी मंजिल एक है, एक है, ओ एक है। हम सब भारतीय हैं, हम सब भारतीय हैं, हम सब भारतीय हैं, हम सब भारतीय हैं। कश्मीर की धरती रानी है, सरताज हिमालय है। सदियों से हमने इसको अपने खून से पाला है। कश्मीर की धरती रानी है, सरताज हिमालय है। सदियों से हमने इसको अपने खून से पाला है। देश की रक्षा की खातिर हम शमशीर उतारेंगे, हम शमशीर उतारेंगे। बिखरे बिखरे तारे हैं हम, लेकिन दिल मिले एक है, एक है, वो एक है। हम सब भारतीय हैं, हम सब भारतीय हैं, हम सब भारतीय हैं, हम सब भारतीय हैं। मंदिर गुरुद्वारे भी है यहाँ और मस्जिद भी है यहाँ। गिरिजा का है घड़ियाल कहे, मुल्ला की कही है अज़ान। मंदिर गुरुद्वारे भी है यहाँ और मस्जिद भी है यहाँ। गिरिजा का है घड़ियाल कहे, मुल्ला की कही है अज़ान। एक ही अपना राम है, एक ही अल्लाह ताला है, एक ही अल्लाह ताला है। रंग बिरंगे दीपक है हम, लेकिन जगमग एक है, एक है, वो एक है। हम सब भारतीय हैं, हम सब भारतीय हैं, हम सब भारतीय हैं, हम सब भारतीय हैं। थैंक यू।
Thank you, Chandni. Next, I would like to invite Mr. Dominic JJ, Managing Director of Indian Compact, for introductory remarks.
Thank you. I'll just present my screen. Just let me know. Is my screen visible to all of you?
Yes.
Okay. So, hi everyone. I welcome you all to the session. First of all, happy Independence Day to all of you, and thanks for joining us today. A lot of you might be familiar with Indian Compact, but for the people who are joining us today for the first time, I wanted to give you a quick overview of how you can use the Indian Combat platform and get guidance to join the Indian Armed Forces. So I won't be taking much time. My name is Dominic, and I'm the managing director of Indian Combat. And Indian Combat was basically started as an initiative to provide free resources and guides to help defense aspirants like you guys join the armed forces. We aim to provide right information regarding various entries to join the armed forces like Indian Army, Navy, Air Force, including information about Indian Coast Guard and Territorial Army and so on. And all of this is being put out in the world through our website, that is indiancombat.com. So we created a simple online space where you can find everything you need to join the armed forces, covering from applying to your entry to prepare for your exam and to even guide you through your SSB if you're planning to join as an officer. And like I said, all of this information can be found on a website. That is indiancombat.com. So you can simply Google Indian Combat or type www.indiancombat.com and you will be able to visit this website. You can simply go through the articles and stay updated. Also, Indian Combat is organizing few programs that we invite you to be a part of, which includes a one-on-one SSB online and offline coaching with retired SSB officers, preparation for your NDA, CDS, or any other defense exam through one-on-one written coaching. And we also organize SSB awareness programs, which happens every Sunday. So, highly recommend you to go ahead, visit the website, explore it for 15-20 minutes in the afternoon or whenever you have free time. And I really hope you'll be able to get a lot of value. In the end, I hope you enjoyed this session as well, which is very important and is being organized with Colonel Manoj Sinha sir. And I'm sure you will be able to get a lot of value from him, which will help you in your own journey. And thank you very much to give me an opportunity to associate with the college organizers and other members of this institution. So thank you very much. And ma'am, you can proceed with the session.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Dominic sir. Now I invite Mr. Praful K. Varkichan sir for presenting a video.
विजयी विश्व तिरंगा प्यारा झंडा वो जा रहे हमारा विजयी विश्व तिरंगा प्यारा झंडा वो जा रहे हमारा सदा शक्ति सरसाने वाला प्रेम सुधा बरसाने वाला वीरों को हर्षाने वाला मातृभूमि का तन मन सारा झंडा वो जा रहे हमारा विजयी विश्व तिरंगा प्यारा झंडा वो जा रहे हमारा शान नहीं इसकी जाने पाए चाहे जान मलेगी जाए विश्व विजय करके दिखलाए तब होवे प्रण पूर्ण हमारा विजयी विश्व तिरंगा प्यारा झंडा वो जा रहे हमारा विजयी विश्व तिरंगा प्यारा झंडा वो जा रहे हमारा झंडा वो जा रहे हमारा
Thank you, Praful sir. I would like to invite respected ANO of Senior Wing NCC, Nirmalagiri College, Lieutenant Dr. Sujha Mariama Joshua ma'am for the welcome speech. Ma'am, please.
Okay, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, everybody. Respected Principal of Nirmalagiri College, Dr. National Cadet Corps Group Commander, Brigadier A.V. Rajan sir, Nirmalagiri College Alumni Colonel Madhav sir, our today's chief guest, Sinha Medal awardee and War Decorated Lieutenant Colonel Manoj Kumar Sinha sir, invited all guests, associate NCC officers, and my dear proud cadets. We all know today we are celebrating our nation's 75th Independence Day. As part of this auspicious day, Nirmalagiri College, NCC 9 Kerala Battalion and 31 Kerala Battalion NCC in association with Indian Combat is proud to organize this Independence Day celebration. I welcome our principal Dr. Ousephachan sir, who kindly agreed to preside over this function. Sir, with immense pleasure, I welcome you. NCC Core Group Commander Brigadier Rajan sir, it's an honor for all of us to have among us today to inaugurate this Independence Day celebration. The college NCC units are highly obliged for your immense support and guidance for our cadets time to time. I welcome you wholeheartedly, sir. It's my privilege to welcome Colonel Madhavan, sir, a veteran and Nirmalagiri College proud alumni. Colonel Madhavan voluntarily offers his valuable guidance, especially in defense career options to our students. It's my proud privilege to welcome our chief guest, a Sinha Medal awardee and decorated Indian Army officer, Lieutenant Colonel Manoj Kumar Sinha, sir. We would have been more lucky if you had achieved the presence to celebrate our cadets on this auspicious 75th Independence Day celebration. On behalf of Nirmalagiri College in general and our NCC outfit particular, I wholeheartedly welcome you, sir. Manoj Kumar Sinha, sir, born in a small village in Bihar. After 12th, he joined the IAF as an airman, continued his studies in service, and after completing his graduation, cleared the CDS exam and became a commissioned officer in the army. In the army, he led intense counter-terrorism battles in Kashmir, and that also earned him a Sinha Medal gallantry for killing 6 in multiple operations. In one of the operations in a village, the cornered terrorists assured their death, made one last desperate attempt and rushed out charging at him. Though the terrorists were killed in the battle that followed, but the burst of bullets also hit his face, tearing through his jaw, throat, and neck. His being alive is a miracle. In his new life, he discovered his creative instinct in his pen and voice, and initially acting later. At last, I cordially welcome all the ANOs, especially, I think, ANO of Providence College, Lieutenant Lini Madam is present in this meeting, and Dr. Geetika, former ANO of Kerala Girls UC College, Alva, and Dr. Sebastian Sir, Sebastian TK, former ANO of 31 Kerala Battalion, Nirmalagiri College, and 31 Kerala, Nirmalagiri College Battalion's caretaker, Mr. Praful Varkechan, and all my proud cadets, I cordially welcome you. Once again, I cordially welcome one and all. I wish a happy Independence Day, all of you. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now I welcome Honorable Nirmalagiri Ousephachan sir for the presidential address.
Brigadier inaugurating this celebration. Chief guest of the day, Lieutenant Colonel Manoj Kumar Sinha, our benefactor, Mr. Dominic, ANO, Dr. Suja Mariama Joshua, caretaker of 31K Battalion, Praful K. Varkechan, ANOs from other colleges, dear NCC cadets. At the very outset, I wish every one of you a very happy Independence Day. We have two very prominent resource persons with us. I do not want to take much time. Still, we must remember a few things. We are independent today. It is the result of the sacrifice of thousands and thousands of people of India. Thousands have sacrificed their lives. Thousands had a family. We are able to maintain sympathy. He was empathetic. He sacrificed his life for his country. See, good leaders, what do? They are ready to sacrifice their lives for others. Good leaders are not armchair leaders. They lead people from the front, not from behind. There is no mismatch between the words and deeds of good leaders. Our chief guest is very resourceful and he is able to speak to us on these aspects. Therefore, I thankfully welcome our chief guest once again to our gathering. I welcome everyone here once again to Nirmalagiri College. I congratulate the organizers, especially Dr. Sujya Mariama Joshua and Praful K. Varkechan for taking the initiative to organize a gathering of this sort by bringing together cadets from different institutions across Kerala. Once again, wishing everyone the very best. Wishing you all a happy Independence Day. I conclude my words. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ousephachan sir. Now may I request Honorable Calicut NCC Group Commander, Brigadier A.Y. Rajan sir to inaugurate the program. Sir, we are eager to hear from you.
All right. Okay, my dear cadets, other dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, let me extend warm greetings, the Independence Day greetings to all of you. We understand, we all know that today we are celebrating our 75th year of independence. And I take this opportunity to really express my gratitude and compliments to all the people who are associated with organizing this program, especially the main players amongst the cadets, the ANOs who are behind this venture, as well as the battalions. It's great and really encouraging to see that NCC, with its footprints all over India, there are too many activities being conducted, and Nirmalagiri College and other battalions, that is 31 Kerala and 9 Kerala girls together, they're also doing their bit to make this event a grand success. On this occasion, I really wouldn't like to say much, except the fact that, as a future generation, the cadets, the young people, the students, we all need to understand that the freedom that we are celebrating today has come to us at a huge cost. As long as we are sensitive to this fact, we would value this freedom. We must always, while celebrating this, in such a grandiose manner, we would always keep it at the back of our mind the sacrifices made by our past generations, who have struggled and got us this freedom. Today we are living in a country, I think, which is unparalleled in terms of the degree of freedom that the citizens enjoy. Not very many countries really can boast of this degree of freedom. I'm talking about personal freedom. So we must be thankful, we must nurture it, we shouldn't overstretch it, we must understand the limits as responsibilities and continue to nurture this particular freedom that we enjoy. Once again, I would like to really express my compliments to all the people who conducted this event. And I understand that we have an eminent speaker amongst us today, from whom all the cadets will be rather eagerly waiting to listen to him. Therefore, I once again take this opportunity to extend my Independence Day greetings to all of you and have a great celebration. And as I log off, finally, I also would like to formally inaugurate this celebrations being conducted by 31 and 9 Kerala girls as well as Nirmalagiri College. Thank you, everybody. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, Brigadier A.Y. Rajan, sir. Now I request our respected chief guest, Lieutenant Colonel Manoj Kumar Sinha, sir. He was an airman turned army officer, a gallantry awardee, a battle-injured speaker at TEDx. Moreover, he is an influencer, writer, and a COVID warrior. I feel very honored to welcome you, sir. Over to you, sir.
Very respected Brigadier Rajan, sir, Jai Hind, Colonel Madhavan, sir, Jai Hind, sir, and all the other respected principal, the teachers, the seniors, juniors, and most importantly, my dear children who are going to listen to me. My compliments to each and every one listening to me that for the 75th Independence Day that we've had. But let me tell you the importance of the Independence Day, the way we look at it. Obviously, yes, we need to celebrate. But please understand what happened on 15th August 1947. 15th August 1947, the struggle of independence that we had, it wasn't a sport or a game in which we were fighting to win. And suddenly, we outscored the opponent and the referee or the umpire blew a whistle and the game was over and we suddenly started celebrating it. And the moment the whistle is blown, we say, okay, we won, and we let our guards down. It is not that game. The struggle is continuous. It started way back, a few hundred years, maybe 100 years before the 15th August 1947, and it is still continuing. So that don't please misunderstand this, that the battle is over. The battle is always on because the enemy forces of our country, they are continue to attack us intellectually at times, spiritually at times, materially at times. They are trying to jeopardize our security at times, economy at times, the way we think. They are trying to hijack that at times. So that is a warning I want to tell every one of you that the battle for independence wasn't over. Yes, in that entire thing, it was a great milestone. And we need to celebrate, just like in any game it happens. When you score a goal, everybody celebrates. But after that is over, you again back and continue to fight for the game. The game is not over. It will never be over. It's just the players will keep changing. We had our great freedom fighters who fought for us. Then they went on. We took on. We are still going on. And we will transfer the battle to you, ladies and gentlemen. Aapke kandhon pe ye desh chalega. So the battle is still on. From that context, please, we need to continue to celebrate this Independence Day, a very important milestone. Now, coming back to leadership, because that's the topic. When I was in the army, there was a youngster. I was just about a few years before I left the army. A youngster who had just been 6 months into the army. He came to me, he was sitting with me, and he just asked a very candid question. Sir, what do you understand by leadership? And then I told him one thing. Look, gentlemen, when you passed out from the academy, there must have been an orders issued from the Gazette notification from the government of India. Based on the orders, a ceremony was held, a paping ceremony was held, and you became a lieutenant. And similar orders will continue in your life, and you will become a captain and a major and a lieutenant colonel, and beyond, and maybe right to the chief of army staff, and even beyond. And similarly, there will be orders that will come, which will make you platoon commanders, company commanders, battalion commanders, brigade commanders, and beyond. But no orders and no ceremony in this world, not even from the president of this country, can appoint you as a leader. That title, gentlemen, will always have to come from the people whom you command. The men who are below you, your subordinates, will have to look up to you someday and say, "Ye hai wo sahab. This is the man I respect. This is the man I accept as my leader. This is the man under whom I want to fight a battle. This is the man under whom I'm ready to walk into the face of death, kill, and if required, die." Ladies and gentlemen, leadership is that. It's not a cosmetic thing. It's not a tanga. It's not a brass, or it's not an appointment or a position. Leadership is always that. And the Indian Army knows it very well. Because, when we speak in the Indian Army, you'll be surprised, but there's a tradition in Indian Army. Whenever we speak officially, we aren't allowed to clap. You know that. Unofficial casual functions, yes, but otherwise we are not. Because because when we speak in the Indian Army officially, whether we are training for the war or briefing for the war or preparing for it, we don't speak for people's appreciation because, we can't we can't keep people under any illusion. Because you can't walk into a battle, take your men into the battle with any kind of illusion about the capabilities that the enemy has, about the capability that you have, the equipment, your preparation, the enemy's preparation. You have to be absolutely realistic. You are going to walk into battle in fire and death. So there cannot be any illusion. But the same aspect, the same principles applies in every aspect of our society. Every functioning, even in civil. But what happens in civil, it works at times. थोड़ी दूर तक चल जाता है काम. You can put on a mask on your face, a duplicate mask, and probably fool people for some time, for some moment, and then it will all come off. Even in civil world, that is the lesson I'm trying to give you all, because not all of you may join the armed forces. But in the army, it takes just 2 minutes for the mask to come out, and the real self is always exposed. So please remember leadership. That is what it is. And leadership should be trying, you should always be trying. Leadership, apart from your, many things, that respect will only come if you're competent. That respect will always come if you have a character. We'll talk about that. But it is another factor of it. You have to be in leadership in army, against odds. If you have to lead people, then you have to be an inspiring personality as well. And to test whether you are an inspiring personality or not, obviously you need to be a strong character. But if you really want to do a simple litmus test for yourself, whether you can inspire or not, check for yourself. Are you inspirable? When I say inspirable, it is not that always great names and great events should be able to inspire you. Small little things should be able to inspire you. When you're stuck on a traffic jam, and you see in the next car, there's a small little baby smiling at you. Does that inspire you? You're sitting there, you see birds flying in the sky, flocking. Does that inspire you? You've got nothing to do. You're sitting on the rooftop of your house or next to the beach, and you're looking at the clouds, doing nothing. Does that inspire you? Does the sea inspire you? Does the peace of a mountain inspire you? If these small little things are inspiring you, then probably, that is the only way that you know that, yes, you are inspirable. And then you need the other things of, your knowledge, competence, commitment, courage, character, then you become a leader. And as I told you, leadership, the most important factor is character. A lot of stress is being given in the civil world about personality. Yes, it's important. Personality is like a package to a good product. But the product has to be fantastic, and the product is character. Your product is defined by your character, how good a product you are. Then yes, if you have a great character, then please wrap it up with a great personality, and then it will go. But you must not forget that it is the character which is most important. Character which is most important, and it doesn't change by time. Nowadays, everyone, there's a lot of confusion. At times I feel that the youth are very vulnerable today because they're being bombarded with so much of knowledge and so much of, ideas that at times it is so confusing as to what is right and what is wrong. Please remember, everybody says that this is the latest thing, this is the latest modern thinking, this is the in thing, this is the latest, and probably giving a feeling that what was being spoken yesterday was outdated, what was being spoken about a few years back, a decades back, a century back was probably outdated. That's the feeling at times people give. But that is wrong. I have this sharpener in my hand, and when I leave it, it keeps coming down. What I'm trying to see is that does the gravitational force, has it stopped working? If the gravitational force on this earth is working exactly the same way, the way it was functioning about 1,00,000 years ago, 10,000 years ago, then there are no principles that have changed. The principles of character remain the same. It is about truth, it is about integrity, it is about honor, it is about commitment, it is about humility, it is about giving respect, it is about taking respect, and it is about courage. Courage to stand up and speak. Speak when things are wrong. Courage to stand up and speak and fight when things are incorrect. But then, what is right and what is wrong should not be influenced again by those external forces. It should only be, you should only be judging those people against the characters that I've explained to you. And the judging parameter of anything and everything should always begin with what is it being told to you? Is it good for the country? is it good for India? Is it good for Bharat? Remember always, ladies and gentlemen, India should always come first and foremost every single time, without exception. And after India, you can think of the society where you live, the betterment of the society on those established values which our ancestors taught us. After the society, you can think of your family. And after the family, you can think of yourself. The order has to be this. Please don't mistake any of those. Please don't overstep any of these steps that I've told you. Always dream about the India first. What is the kind of nation that you want? Because if only if India is there, that we are there. Only if India is prospering, that you will prosper. Only if India is strong, that you are strong. Only if India is happy, that you are happy. There cannot be your personal happiness, freedom, prosperity, anything for that matter, which is dissociated from this country. So always keep one country first. So whatever is being told to you, because you know what has happened today is that probably I'm not telling all of them, but then unfortunately, everything today is linked to a market. So right. So what happened is in the first movie that was produced in this country was Raja Harishchandra. You know what he was, he stood for truth. Now you cannot keep repeating the same movie again and again and the same values and again and again. It will not work. So they kind of give you a feeling that now what has been told is the latest thing. Aaj ki baat kar rahe hain hum is movie mein. Today's values we are talking of. Don't get misled by that. The values don't change. Personalities may change, the methodologies may change, the values and the principles are changed. वो सार्वभौम सत्य है, वो ब्रह्म सत्य है. Don't ever fiddle around, otherwise you are going towards assured destruction. And and this I'm telling you, coming back to, because it's an NCC function, and I was very glad to see a lot of uniforms being worn, and I was missing it because I also stopped wearing my first uniform as an NCC cadet. But you people here in NCC, especially the instructors and everybody involved, and my heartfelt gratitude and compliments to the work that you are doing. You have a very, very special role, and I'll tell you from what point of view I'm telling you. Because a lot of people today, a lot of discussions that I take part and otherwise I listen, they keep expressing one point of view. Why can't we have mandatory service for everyone into the army? For all the citizens? I'm not getting to that question whether it is possible logistically, economically or not. But then, ladies and gentlemen, and especially because it is NCC and college, when I say colleges, it means it is an educational institution. Please understand, that means as a society, we've accepted this fact that all the other institutions of character building in our country, all those people who are responsible for building character in our country, are they probably accepting that they have failed? That now everybody is telling that we should send people into the army for mandatory service so that they come back stronger with better characters and morals and values and principles, or they bhakti ki bhavna. Because a few thousand years back in this country, no one ever thought that to build character people have to be sent to the king's army. That question never arose because the society was very much aware of its responsibility. The society was aware that Charitra Nirman is our responsibility, character building is my responsibility, the family's responsibility, and the educational institutions we had then, the Gurukuls and the Acharyas, they were all very conscious of this fact that it is our responsibility. Not even in the wildest of dreams, people then thought to build character, let us send this youth and the kids into the king's army or wherever, whichever state they were. That shows where we are lacking. That is a proof of this fact that where we are lacking. And yes, I accept that, and I'm very proud of being that fact that Indian Army today is the epitome of not only safeguarding the borders of our country, but it is also the last bastion as far as, the safeguarding the character of the country, the moral fabric of their country, the ethical fabric of this country, the values of this country, the principles of this country. Moment everybody says that people should be sent into army, that means that is the last citadel. So my request to every one of you is that yes, the army will continue to do that, but please accept that primarily it is the responsibility of the society, the families, the elders, the parents, the teachers, the educational institutions, whether they are schools and colleges and whatever it is, and we the elders form. We the elders form in the name of whatever at times we form organizations on the lines of politics, but even then they have a responsibility. We may find organizations on the basis of faith, even they have a responsibility to inculcate character into the youth of this country, the fabric of this nation. There are a lot of conflict around faith. But let me tell you, any and every faith in this country, if they can do this one yeoman service, that whatever samaj you belong to, I keep coming across societies based on not only faith, at times on linguistic, at times on caste also. That's okay, I'll not get into that. But ठीक है, इतना तो कीजिए ना कि आपने एक समाज बनाया है फलाने फलाने आधार पर. On this preamble, you have made a society. तो उस society में at least चरित्र निर्माण तो कीजिए. Build character, build that society which is based on a strong character and values. Because that it is done, the rest of the things in non-leadership is cakewalk. Rest of the things will become very, very easy. And when we have people of character in all across in our country, then you will see all the other issues falling in place. And also, as I told, the struggle for freedom wasn't over on 15th August 1947. It still continues and will continue. ये ब्रह्म नियम है, ब्रह्मांड का नियम है. It will continue. The way we keep cleaning our houses, the way we keep cleaning our offices and schools and colleges, you know, once suppose that there was a flood had come, waters had come, and a lot of muck had come into a house. It was a major task. So you do a lot of work and clean your house one day, spick and span, and you feel relieved कि मैंने इतना सारा कचरा गंद निकाल दिया. Fantastic. Flood may not come again tomorrow, but the dust is still coming. कचरा फिर भी generate हो रहा है, कचरा बाहर से भी आ रहा है, घर में भी generate हो रहा है. And the process of cleaning is an ongoing process. It can never stop. थोड़ा ज़्यादा चलेगा. But it is an ongoing process. So, the cleaning of our country from the inimical forces, from the pollutants that we ourselves generate, from the negativity that we ourselves at times generate, and the negativity and the pollutants and the ill will that other countries throw upon us with a malignant intention, trying to bring down our country, that battle will always be on. So please keep it on. I'm not telling there are a lot of countries, they come with very good intentions and they help us exchange of ideas. They are very fantastic things that other countries have done. So we need to adopt that. As long as anything and everything that comes with a very honest and noble intention, we should welcome them, respect them, bow our heads to them and feel our gratitude. For example, we did a decent performance in the Olympics, and I see that most of the coaches were from abroad. We should be gratitude from them. We should be heartfelt gratitude to those people. So that help that came here, that knowledge that sportman came here, it was very pure and a very nice intention. So similarly, there are good people from abroad, foreign countries who come here and help us in the form of technology, in the terms of economics, in terms of trade, in terms of giving, system that they have made, that they help us to adopt them. Fantastic. We must respect them, reciprocate them, and be grateful for them. But not all of them are coming with that intention, ladies and gentlemen. And each and every one of us has to develop the wisdom to differentiate that. किस नियत से आ रहा है, किस मंशा से आ रहा है कोई, और ये क्यों कर रहा है. ऊपर से outwardly he may be showing that he is coming here to help. Nobility ka, is wearing a garb of nobility, but there are malefied intentions, and that is happening. And that will increase, I'm telling you, why? Because India is very fast progressing to become the top nation of this world. And it will always, when you are actually growing at that speed, trying to take that top position in the world, it will never happen that it will come without, nobody pulling you back, nobody trying to stop you, nobody trying to put obstacles in front of you. It will never happen like that. So it is natural, it will happen. And that is what is happening to us. So be ready, it's not a bad thing, it is an ongoing process. Keep doing it, keep fighting, keep playing, keep your focus, nation first, and keep marching ahead and ignoring the rest. And only then we can be able to build this great nation. Now, in the army again, I'll bring you back. Army, some of you are thinking to plan to join the Indian Army. I'm very happy. Armed forces, I mean all the three together. It's a very happy thing. And NCC, yeah, I forgot that point, the importance of NCC. When the entire nation is thinking of, that some of them thinking that there should be mandatory service in army, military defense forces, that may not be possible. I do not know. I'm not the last word on that, whether it is possible or not. But till that happens, may happen, may not happen. Right now, it is not appearing to be happening that way. So that responsibility, that expectation of the nation that it has from the army now falls on the NCC. You have to fill that gap of expectation. You have to live up that expectation. You have to build the nation's character. You have to build the nation's character of the youth. And you should be an example wherever you go. You may join the armed forces or you may join in the civil, but you should be standing out. Dekh ke lagna chahiye. The way you behave, the way you talk, the way you conduct, the way you think. Even if you haven't introduced yourself, somebody should say, hello, have you served in NCC? That is the way you should be actually carrying, building yourself up. That is the responsibility that you have. And in the last, I will say that as I told you, India is moving very fast and India will reach the top position. And like every other nation, when it is aspiring, when it sees that the top, being a developed country is within my striking range, every nation on this earth begins to dream to become a superpower. India is slightly different. India, भारत जो है वो सुपर पावर नहीं, वो विश्व शक्ति नहीं, विश्व गुरु बनने का सपना देखता है. Why? Because we'll not be only talking of trade, we'll not be only giving of, it's not about simply being a strong economy and a strong military. It is also about strong culture, strong civilization, strong values. The entire world seems to have lost the track. At times, and the way they are thinking, at times it appears that they are heading towards destruction. It is only India that we can bring them back. Because we are the only civilization who are still connected to our roots. As per the UNESCO, there are 46 civilizations. There must have been many, but the UNESCO identifies 46 civilizations, like the Greek, Roman, and so many. It is only, as per the UNESCO, it's only the Indian civilization which is still intact. The rest all has perished. So we are the only ones who are connected to the roots of the origin of mankind, and we are the only ones, the custodians of those values of human mankind, and we owe it not just for our country, but to the entire world, that we show them the right path of communal living in harmony, peaceful coexistence. And for that, we also need to be strong. I will end it with the last. I will say that history is a very bad teacher, ladies and gentlemen. History is a very bad motorist, History is a very bad motorist, ladies and gentlemen. It rarely ever signals its intention when it is about to take a turn. When you drive a vehicle, the driver, if a good driver actually should signal his intention, whether it is about to take a right turn or a left turn or whatever it is. History, which is the driver of time, it doesn't signal its intention when it is about to take a turn. It rarely does so. But let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, history of India is taking a turn. History of India is turning a fresh page. And you, the youth of this country, you, the children of our country, are going to write that new page. It is all yours. Learn from the history, whatever good things we have done, and also learn from the mistakes that we have done. Learn from them and write a new page, which has been now opened in front of you. This is all for you. Khali kora kagaj hai aapke paas. And go ahead, grab it, pick up your pen, pick up your karma, pick up your efforts, all that you have, and write a great history, a glorious history, a wonderful history, a history that will always become timeless, a history that will propel this country to the topmost place on this planet and become a global guru, a global teacher, not a bully, not someone who will go and exploit others, even the smallest nations. We become kind of a father figure and a mother figure for the entire world, which we can show everybody the way, the stronger, the weaker, everyone. We need to show that way. We deserve to show that way. We owe it to the country to do that way. You owe it to India to do that. So you are at a very important point in the history of this country. In this country, which is galloping ahead, the final frontier, when it crosses that finish line, you will be the one that will be crossing that finish line. You will be the one that will be standing on the podium of victory. We will probably be there, may not be there, or even if we are there, we'll be watching it somewhere from the sidelines. You will be standing at the victory podium. So all the best, ladies and gentlemen. All the best to each and every one of you. Once again, a very, very happy Independence Day, 75 years of Independence Day. But the battle of independence is still on because the forces that want to jeopardize our independence have not rested. They are not going to rest. Always remember that. Let your guards up. And Bharat Mata ki Jai, Jai Ma Bharati, Vande Mataram, and Jai Hind. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Lieutenant Colonel Manoj Kumar sir, for your illuminating speech. Now it's time for the cadets to share your ideas and thoughts. You can just unmute yourself and speak.
Good morning to all. First, wish a happy Independence Day to all and great and really was a lesson for us to understand the attributes to be an effective. I hope that this session will mold up our strong leadership abilities which are necessary to ensure the success of any activity performed by a team. I thank our ANO of NCC Nirmalagiri College, Lieutenant Dr. Suja Mariamma Joshua ma'am, and caretaking officer of NCC Nirmalagiri College, Mr. Praful K. Varkitan sir, for conducting such a wonderful and informative program for us. Thank you. Leadership development program leadership skills and attributes a need to be an effective leadership such as communication skills, motivation and inspiration, as well as a better decision-making skills. Thank you for your valuable words, sir. Jai Hind.
Anybody else?
Respected Dr. K.V. Ousephachan.
Jai Hind.
Can I continue?
Malavika.
Yes.
Okay, miss. I respected Dr. K.V. Ousephachan, sir, who presided over the function, Brigadier A.Y. Rajan, sir, who inaugurated the function, our Honorable Chief Guest, Lieutenant Colonel Manoj Kumar Sinha, sir, our ANOs, and other distinguished excellencies. Firstly, I would like to say that it's proud for me that we too celebrated the 75 years of success of our India from the struggles and agonies of the British rule. We have read history before, and we can see that we were under the British Raj, struggling hard to be independent. And because of the fights and because of the hard works done by many freedom fighters, now we are independent. But we can see that we are now in a battle against COVID pandemic. And even though in such a situation, it's very happy to get such a session and from such an eminent personality, Lieutenant Colonel Manoj Kumar Sinha. So it's pride moment for us NCC cadets to get valuable information from you, sir. And you have given so much about attributing the leadership qualities among us, and you have well defined that taking responsibilities and moving to make India proud by opening up ourselves is a better way, is a good thing that we can do to serve our country. And we are very much inspired by your words. Thank you, sir. Thank you for coming by spending your valuable time. And today, I used to watch PM Modi unfold our national flag at the ramparts of Rajpath. During that time, it actually made me goosebumps. Being an NCC cadet, I also want to be there, but I want to do something for my country, and this is what I need to share now. And thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Malavika. So next I welcome Mr. Profil K. Varkichan sir, CTO of Senior Division NCC, Nirmalagiri College, for expressing the vote of thanks.
A warm and cherished morning to each and everyone present here. It's an honor to have been asked to offer a vote of thanks on the 75th Independence Day celebration of NCC Nirmalagiri College in association with Indian Combat. On behalf of the 9K Battalion, 31K Battalion of Nirmalagiri College, and the entire management of Nirmalagiri College, my heartfelt gratitude to all the people present here. My sincere thanks to our most valued Honorable Chief Guest, Lieutenant Colonel Manoj Kumar, for his valuable time being present here on this most auspicious occasion. We won't be able to have a better personality as Chief Guest on the 75th Independence Day. Thank you, sir, for being with us on this day. I thank our Group Commander, Brigadier A.V. Rajan, for inaugurating today's function. Thank you, sir, for the inaugural speech on this wonderful occasion. We are extremely privileged to associate with Indian Combat for conducting today's program. I thank Mr. Dominic JJ for being associated with us and for his wonderful introductory remarks. Colonel Mahadevan P. Sir is a person who we can rely on. Being an alumni and as an officer, Sir is very keen on supporting and guiding us in various activities. Thank you, sir, for your guidance. This program wouldn't have happened without the constant support from our dear principal, Dr. Ousephachan KV, sir. Sir has always been a constant support for NCC. I thank sir for being with us today on this and presiding today's function. I thank Lieutenant Dr. Suja Marema Joshua, AN of NCC Nirmalagiri College, who was very keen in conducting today's program and working hard to make this program a wonderful one. I thank Lieutenant Dr. Sebastian TK, who has a previous AN of SD Nirmalagiri College, for guiding us in all our activities and being the most reliable person whom we can always depend on. I thank Mr. Manu Kem, Assistant Professor in Economics, Nirmalagiri College, for providing us all the technical support for today's function. I also thank all the ANOs from various colleges being present with us here today. I also want to thank all the teachers from Nirmalagiri College for their support, and we are fortunate to thank the dedicated and well-motivated team of our college for being with us today. I would like to also thank Cadet Chandri B. Ashok for the prayer song. And last but not the least, I would like to thank all the cadets and students for being a wonderful audience in today's function and make this program a wonderful one. Once again, I would like to state that we are glad to all the people being with us today. It's remained a pronounced pleasure. Have a great day ahead. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Profil sir. Lastly, National Anthem by Cadet Anusri P.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल भंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलति तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
So it's time to wind up our session. Thank you for your cooperation. Thank you. Jai Hind.